As I was scrolling through TikTok, as I do at least 4 times a day, I caught myself laughing at the comments left on creators' cringy videos. Never before had I seen such humorous reactions to a person's content. At times I wanted to join the fun and write my own beautifully constructed roast comment, but then I remembered I am not a rude person. Anyway, when I'm on social media, I usually trade between social media platforms without even thinking. However, this time was different. I had had a mental shift in the language I was using when I logged onto Instagram. I noticed that the comments left on people's posts were greatly different than those I had just witnessed on TikTok moments before. After thinking for a while, a light bulb lit up in my head as I realized the hypothesis for my sociolinguistic project had finally arrived. The question read, how does language change between social media platforms, and can people tell the difference between the language shifts? In other words, did people know how negative and rude TikTok kids are? Seriously, they must be stopped. One may ask, Maddie, why does this matter? I'm glad you asked. By collecting data on if people can differentiate between the two media platforms, it will back up my statement that the type of platform you are on determines how you communicate with other people. I chose to collect my data in a way that seemed appropriate and efficient. An Instagram poll. Here are the variables. Comments from Instagram and TikTok. Simple. The poll looked like this, giving the participant a comment and letting them choose if they think it's from Instagram or TikTok. If majority couldn't tell the difference, it meant that there isn't a language shift or change between social media platforms. If majority could tell the difference, then it meant there is a language shift between social media platforms. I hope that this isn't confusing because the process was fairly easy. Everyone who participates in my survey follows me on Instagram. Factors that could have affected the data were the following. If the person answering had both media platforms, that could affect the answer that they choose. Also, the age of the participant. My followers tend to range from my brother's younger acquaintances who are in love with me to random college students I met the first quarter and never spoke to again. To dig a little deeper into the methodology for this project, the Instagram poll had 4 comments, 2 from Instagram and 2 from TikTok chosen at random. Each question said where did the comment originate from, and the participant selected which media they believed the comment came from. Within 24 hours, the poll told me the percentage differences of what each participant chose for each question and how many people voted. This gave me a clear picture of how many people are social media addicts. How many experience and understand language shift between the apps. After 24 hours, I had my results. Every single question I asked had the majority vote for the right choice. This tells me that not only is there a language shift, but people also recognize it and can tell the difference. In conclusion, the results did support my hypothesis because the participants successfully told the difference between Instagram comments and TikTok comments. For future research, I would ask, why does it shift? Right now, without an experiment, I can predict that the reason for a language shift between the social media platforms is because of the audience each attracts and the content purpose. I believe Instagram is more of a person's fake side. People will go as far as filters and Facetune to seek approval from others through likes and comments. Which is why we see the comments that we do on people's posts. TikTok is somewhat opposite to me. On this app, most people create funny content and don't care what others think. Some people are even a little too comfortable on this app, which is why the comments are very different. They attract a totally different audience than Instagram. This is my guess as to why there is a language shift, but that is a project for the future.